Ever since I saw House of Cards on Netflix and saw Frank Underwood using his rower, I knew I had to get one for myself. Well, that day has finally arrived. I got a message from Merach asking if I'd be interested in reviewing their rower. I get a lot of messages like this asking me to review equipment, and I typically decline, but this rower, it's different. If you saw me using this rower at first glance and knew anything about rowing, you'd probably assume I was using the Concept 2, which is the most popular rowing machine on the market. That's because the NovaRow R50 is a nearly identical clone to the world's most iconic rower, but it sells for a fraction of the price. But don't let the cheaper price fool you. This thing is still built like a tank. I've been beyond impressed with how solid this machine feels and how smooth its operation has been. The resistance for the NovaRow R50 is created by how much air you allow in the fan by adjusting this switch. There are 10 levels of resistance, with the peak resistance being 110 pounds. Being that this rower's resistance is provided by a fan, there is no need to plug this in. It's all powered by you. The rowing handle pulls a nickel-plated chain that turns the fan. The seat is a comfortable rubber material, and it slides up and down the rail very smooth. The foot plates are simple and easy to adjust. There's a monitor that allows you to track your rows, or it allows you to connect your phone or tablet device to the machine via Bluetooth, which is the way I prefer to use the rower. Through the app, you can train on your own and track your data, or take classes, or even take a virtual row. One thing I like to do is pull up my iPad, have the manual tracker on the app, and then I put YouTube down in the corner and allow it to play on the same screen. Now, instead of sitting in the chair wasting my day watching YouTube, I can sit on the rower, get a great workout, and still watch YouTube. As you can see, the rower is pretty long when put together, but it breaks down easily into two pieces and stores upright when you're not using it, and it really doesn't take up that much space. Putting it back together is a breeze too. Rowing is said to engage 86% of the major muscles in both the upper and lower body, and when it comes to machines like the treadmill, the bike, or the rower, I'm far more inclined to use the rower. Being that I can get both strength and cardio in at the same time is really appealing to me. Now, if you're looking for a rowing machine, I highly recommend you check out the Merach NovaRow R50. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And even better yet, Merach is offering a 25% discount on this machine to the viewers of this video. Use the code SIMPLE25 to save 25%. I'll put the link and discount code below in the description. All right, so now that I told you about the rower, I just kind of wanted to share my experience with the rower. I am a first-time rower. I have never done it before, so this was my first time getting on one. And I have to admit, it was as much fun as I always thought that it looked. I had a really good time using the rower, and it is a very fun exercise to do. The first night that I got it, I spent about 20 minutes on it just trying to play around to make sure that my form was right. Even still, I need a lot of work on my form. Rowing is one of those things you really have to work on your form, and it can take a while to get. So I'm still learning in that regards. But I tell you, I spent 20 minutes on it. I think I rowed about 3 kilometers, and then I went ahead and put it away, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll use it the next day. When I got up, I had muscles that were sore that I had never felt before. And I've been doing a full body workout routine now for several months. I've been going to the gym regularly and playing basketball, so I honestly was not expecting to be sore at all, but there were muscles that were sore that I have never felt before, so clearly the rower is hitting all kinds of muscles. At least it wasn't the bad kind of sore, though. It felt like I had worked out, so that was one good thing. You really get a pretty good workout using the rower, and you feel it through your whole body. I definitely feel it in my lats and my hamstrings and in my core. So, that's one of the things that I said that I really liked about the rower compared to like a treadmill or a bike. It is cardio and strength. And that is something that is really appealing to me because it's good to get cardio in, but I get bored just like running or cycling. But to know that I'm also getting strength training in there, I just absolutely love that. Now, I found that I burn about 50 calories for every kilometer that I row. I've been trying to row about 20 minutes each night, and in that time I can get about 4 to 5 kilometers in. So I burn about 200 to 250 calories for a 20-minute session. And then I'm a 205-pound guy. I'm about 6 foot, and so that's just for reference. Obviously, if you're smaller, you'll probably burn a little less calories. But over this last week, I've actually dropped about 3 pounds Part of that is from eating, part of it's from adding in the rowing. But I've been trying to be conscious about what I'm eating and to use this rower to my advantage. Since I'm using it, I want to make sure I get the most out of it. And so I've been watching while I've been eating while I've been using it, but I think that it has been an absolute huge benefit. When it comes to the rower itself, they sent me this to do a review, so I didn't spend my own money. That being said, if I were to spend money on this rower, I mean, I would be 100% pleased with it. It, like I said, is built like a tank. It is super solid. There's nothing cheap about this rower. I think that it works phenomenally, and I think if you were to get this rower, you would be 100% happy with it. There's nothing about it that I would really change other than maybe the feet where you have to put your feet in. It is hard plastic, so you can't do it barefoot. I feel like you really have to have shoes. I tried with socks, but even still, it kind of dug into my heel. If that was a softer rubber, I think it'd be a little bit better. That being said, though, I'm pretty sure the Concept 2, which is the most popular rower, has the same kind of foot straps. So, I mean, there's probably a reason it's hard plastic as opposed to rubber. I'm assuming the rubber would be softer and would probably tear. So just know that you'll have to probably wear shoes when you use this. You won't be able to use barefoot. But honestly, that's such a minor thing that I'm not going to count it against the machine. The machine performs flawless, and I'm 100% happy with it. One of the really neat things I found when preparing for this video is there is a huge community online that is just dedicated to rowing, be it YouTube or Reddit. There is so much information out there, and you can find all kinds of free training, and people are helpful with your form and telling you how to get better. It is a really neat community out there. So if you really get into rowing, that is one of the things that I absolutely loved about going into this video, is just learning all of the information out there and seeing all of the things that are out there that people have put out to help make you a better rower, because you can really get a lot out of rowing if you put the time into it. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in this video. I want to say thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.